Ciao, I'm Francesca Lamanna, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to become a better photographer. So let's go straight to the point. The one and only thing you should care about to become a better and better photographer is to improve the way you see things. Because at the end of the day, your vision is your identity as a photographer. So before starting, I want to make a statement. If your goal is to impress rather than express, I think that you're missing the whole point. Photography is a very powerful tool because through photography you can send your message, your vision to the whole world. And that is why it is so important and powerful. Never underestimate this because what you have in your hands is very powerful and important. So my very first tip, and I know that in one of my previous videos I said something that sounded quite like the opposite. Try to vary as much as possible. Try different types of photography. In my previous video I was talking about photography business, and I still believe that when you are a photographer and that's your job, you don't want your clients to get confused. So you should focus on one single type of photography. But that shouldn't stop you from experimenting. I believe that the more you experiment, the more your vision comes together. In my experience, I can tell you, when I started photography, I hated and really hated photographing people. And that sounds hilarious to me now because that's what I do most of the times. But you know, trying different types of photography taught me a lot. And one of the greatest tips that I can give you is, even if you don't like it, try to shoot street photography, because street photography teaches you a lot about yourself as a photographer and about your camera. Because when you shoot street photography, you have to be ready to catch whatever happens around you. And soon you will learn a lot about the settings of your camera, so you will always be ready to photograph anything, pretty much anything. And the second thing, your eye will develop a lot because you will start to see lines, compositions, colors everywhere. So I'm going to share some photos that I took during my travels so you can understand what I mean. I really believe that street photography is the best type of photography to improve your photography starting today. So in my previous video I told you not to compare yourself to other photographers, and that is 100% true. But on the other side, you can still look, and you should actually look at what other photographers do to understand their vision, to see how they see the world. So comparison is a bad thing, but inspiration is still not. The greatest tip today is, in a notion of sameness, try to be unique, because your uniqueness will pay you back. So talking about uniqueness, and I know that it's a big, great temptation. I know there are thousands, millions probably, even of free presets out there. But because you want to be unique, you need to find your style in editing as well. So my other suggestion for you is try to experiment as much as you can in Photoshop, Lightroom, to find your own style. And because we are talking about Photoshop and Lightroom, and this is another great tip, whenever you shoot, don't think, okay, if I don't get it right, I will fix it later. Never, ever do that. You need to get all the images right on camera. And that is exactly what is going to make you a better photographer in a click. So the other suggestion that I have for you is to surround yourself with creative people. And if you cannot find anyone, there's still a whole community here online, and why not? We could start a conversation right here in this exact moment. Leave a comment down below so we can talk and discuss about creativity and all the ups and downs that are completely normal in this career. So 2 more tips for today. The first one is master light. Don't be scared to use flashes and artificial light. I know that it's easy and comfortable shooting in natural light, and it's even beautiful, but still, once you master natural light, you should start experimenting with artificial one. But don't worry, I got you. You can already find a lot of tutorials on my channel about flashes, about how to shoot in small studios, so you really have no excuses here. And the very last tip that I want to give you today is to always shoot manual, because when you shoot manual, you have full control of what you're doing, and once again you will understand how your camera works, and you will always be ready to photograph whatever you want, whenever you want. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumb up and you subscribe to my channel. So see you in the next video. Ciao!